Yes, the Week 13 slate is upon us, and I'd like to congratulate all of you that have made it with us this far. Unlike Frank Wright, we will continue our journey on into the next week. So join us as we push our way to the finish line in Week 13. Pull up a chair, grab your favorite beverage, and welcome into the deli. Let's do it. Welcome into the DFS Deli. I am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Salih Shahid, and joined tonight, welcoming back to the shop, Dale. And of course, my mainstay, my main man, big homie Chill in the building with me as well. Guys, welcome to Week 13. It is another ugly, decrepit, terrible, ugly slate. But of course, we're going to break it down for everybody, giving our favorite plays at each position. Dale, what's going on, man? How was your PTO?
It was not spent well. I was sick. The wife was sick. The child was sick. Then last week I had to bowl for the wife because someone decided to go and roll their ankle in the snow. It's a good time.
It's never good. It's never good. Well, we're glad to have you back. Chill, what's going on, man?
Man, not much. Just getting ready to take a look here at another slate. Again, I think this slate's going to be pretty straightforward. I don't think you have to get too crazy on it. We already had some tremendous value open up already on the slate, and it's not even Thursday yet. So
I know.
We'll see what else happens through the week, but I'm just ready to dive on in.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. It should be like you said, a straightforward slate. You and I slang some text messages back and forth concerning what we want to do on this slate. And of course, we're going to divulge that information to the listeners and viewers out there on YouTube. And it's pretty much I don't want to say straightforward slate, but it's one of those prove to me you can beat me slates, right? So it's the play the best plays slate. There are some spots to get cute and contrarian, but I don't think you need to get that far off the reservation to succeed this week. So of course, we're going to break it all down. But first, shout out to our boy Baker, who is steadily grinding out his training at his new job. And of course, shout out to our boy, Dejan, who finally got engaged.
Hey,
saw it.
Like yeah. He did it.
He did it. Absolutely. Yeah. Congratulations.
Good for him.
Congratulations. Anybody that knows him knows that we've been friends for well over 20 years, and I've been married and had kids and separated and damn near almost married again. Just kidding, not almost married again. Before he even got proposed. So I mean, that's another friend off the list. So I'm excited.
Yeah, what?
No, we don't need to.
It's gonna be the day I'm the plain dealer. Miss a day, miss a lot. Missing a lot in this bitch under my PTO.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you take some time off work, a lot of things happen. But of course, let's switch our focus back to DFS. What we actually sidebarred in our off-air conversation was how the hell did Frank Wright get fired before Brandon Staley? before Matt Eberflus? I'm very confused.
If you're a Chargers fan, you're rooting for the Patriots this week, aren't you?
The Patriots can't get out of their own way. I mean, they blatantly missed that chip shot field goal. You can't tell me that from 33 down the middle, he was like, overtime. Nah, fam, we got a quarterback to draft. Oops. So he was playing for the squad, man. So ain't no way the Patriots about to F around and win this game on Sunday, right?
I mean, I know Belichick got the extension, but wouldn't Belichick just beating Staley that way he could take his job in the offseason just be like
Are we speculating Belichick to the Chargers?
I think you can expect Belichick to the Bears or the Chargers.
I don't think he'd go to the Bears.
I think he'd go to the Bears. That's
someone wants that Bears job. That draft equity is going to be pretty nice.
I mean, listen, if he goes to the Bears, the Bears have one of the oldest owners, and she's super old school. It fits what Belichick wants to do. The Bears are not in the 20th century offensively. They're still living in '85.
Wait. Justin Fields just threw another screen pass. I just wanted to make sure I was checking that right.
He just fumbled again, and he just fumbled again, and he
I
just
do
fumbled
want to
again.
fucking talk about that game because I'm up 20.
Game.
I don't even care. This past week, I was up 20 going into that damn game, and all he had left was DJ Moore. And his asshole gets like 11 catches.
Oh, yeah. If you were telling me you were down 20 with DJ Moore still left, I'm like, you lost. Especially if it's a full point PPR. You're full point PPR, you're done. That's 8 receptions. So pray to God he don't get 100 yards.
Hey, listen, man, that game was obviously because I bowl like late Monday nights or whatever. Our league starts at 8, so it's the same time as the game, turns on. Listen, Josh Dobbs had more interceptions than I did open frames. That entire night. I missed 1 10-pin, a split, and a washout. That man had 4 picks. So
he looked like a backup.
Yeah. I want to see that rookie. I know he's healthy.
For the Vikes?
Yeah.
I don't know who's.
He had one drive and got concussed.
Our resident Vikings fan is not here to
Baker would
disclose this information.
Oh yeah, Baker would know the college. He would know his.
Yeah.
He would know his Spark
high school.
Score.
His height, weight, mom's name, dad's name,
hand size, everything. He knows it
without question. But we digress. So let's break it down, position by position. Of course, talking about the Week 13 slate. And again, like we mentioned, it's pretty straightforward to me. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are, but Tua Tagovailoa on the menu. Sam Howell is on the menu. And I mean, from a floor perspective, it's pricey, but Jalen Hurts is on the menu. And on the opposite side of that game, I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. I don't care. None of the quarterbacks cared. Josh Allen sure as shit didn't care that it was raining in Philly last week. But Brock Purdy, he's got the Avengers with him, as Chill likes to call them. Everybody's healthy. So it's the worst secondary in the league, and it's not particularly close. So those are kind of the 4 that I'm starting off with, and then kind of branching out from there. So Chill, initial thoughts, late Wednesday night, are you in the same spot as I am, or are there a couple other quarterbacks that you may consider this week?
I mean, for the most part, I'm keeping this rather simple. It's Tua, it's Sam Howell, it's Brock Purdy. I think if you want to make the argument for Russell Wilson, you can. Houston's defense ranks pretty much in the top 5 against the run. They're bottom 20 against the pass. In a game that is going to have a little bit of pace to it. Houston likes to get into these shootouts, especially with Stroud. Devin Singletary is still the main back in that backfield, but they're more or less evolving into a pass first type of team. So if you want to make the argument for Russ, you can. I think he will have a little bit of ownership to him, but Russ with a pass catcher and running back with a Texan seems like a pretty simple stack. We'll cover the chalk of chalk in the next section, but it does help you open up some value here. If you want to get super gross and really just super gross, if Joe Flacco gets ruled the starter
he's
for
starting.
the Browns, if he gets ruled again, we'll see. But on DraftKings, I think it could be fine. Again, it's 4,600. What does he allow you to open up, especially if you play him with Zach Moss at that point? You could jam in a lot of these Dolphins guys, an Eagles receiver, 49ers receiver, but I mean, for the most part, for me, it kind of starts with Tua. And then from there, like, I'm really not interested in Jalen Hurts. It's a weird game against San Francisco because, like, it's gonna be a very, like, personal game because you have the 49ers who are saying basically, we wouldn't have lost last year if we wouldn't have lost our 27 quarterbacks. You got the Eagles guys who will tell them to stop complaining, even though the Eagles guys complained about the turf in the Super Bowl, and that's why they lost, but only they get to complain. But no, I think in terms of quarterbacks this week, for me, it kind of starts with Tua. And then after that, you know, again, it kind of just depends on what slates I'm playing. Because if I'm only doing early only, that kind of takes out Brock Purdy. I kind of looking at Russ, but I just don't know the upside in Russ. That's something I'll kind of have to gauge here. But one quarterback that I think is kind of super intriguing is Gardner Minshew, going up against this Tennessee pass funnel, and they're still a pass funnel. Again, you could still play him with the chalk of chalk that is Zach Moss, in a game that I'll dub it as the sneaky shootout potential type of game. It's an easy run back with Hopkins. We saw Mike Evans cook these boys last week. D-Hop ain't no different. But for me, it starts and ends with Tua. Let's not get crazy, guys.
I feel that. Like I said, it might be a don't get cute week, but I mean, we'll see. Like I said, it's a late Wednesday night, so I do like the takes. I definitely like them. Dale, where are you looking at quarterback? Same boat as us, or you got some off the reservation plays for us?
I am the off the reservation guy because I'm the only person dumb enough to actually do it. No, well, I'm mostly in the same boat as you guys with the Tua and the Brock Purdy.
Baker's dumb enough to do it. Baker will do it. No matter what you say, Baker will do it.
Baker would do it just to prove a point.
Damn right he would.
That's
but he ain't
the sad
here,
part.
So.
No, but we are talking about Tua and Brock Purdy. You can flip the card a little bit on the Miami game with the Washington and go Sam Howell, because like you guys said, he's going to throw it. Everybody's going to keep throwing.
That's expected from the resident Commanders fan.
Yeah,
Not a commie fan.
I forgot about that. He is the resident commies fan.
That's right. I think I gotta get you some Commanders stuff for Christmas.
No.
I think so.
I think that Sam Howell jersey will look real nice on him.
Yeah, in the background there.
Yeah, get him a nice Brian Robinson bobblehead.
Oh my God.
That look wrong.
Here you go. Here. This is where we can go right here. We'll take it back to my Phil Dawson.
Oh, that's not a commie though.
That's not a commie.
We don't do commies in this house. I don't have any commies, I don't think.
It's okay. Isn't your wife a Bengals fan?
My wife is a Bengals fan.
That's
just because she likes to troll the Browns.
I mean, it's still Bengals fan. You could be a commies fan.
I'm getting my wife a Bengals jersey for Christmas.
Hope she don't listen to this show.
Sam does not listen to anything that has anything to do with sports.
All right, fair. Then we're good.
That's true.
But to get a little different, if you want to, you could go back to the Kenny Pickett against Arizona because that defense is not good.
I knew you were going to mention Kenny Pickett.
I knew it too.
Did you?
I knew it. I was going to say that'd be something that fucking Baker would tout. Is Kenny Pickett, and you went on ahead and said it.
He said it. He was there when he said it. But lucky for you, Dale, you're not going to get the ain't no fucking way, bruh, because I kind of agree with you. The Cardinals are ass. And we just had Matt Stafford had a game. They fired old Canada. This is the first time in the season that the Steelers offense outproduced their opponent. If it wasn't for a Deontay Johnson drop, which was technically a touchdown, but then they didn't review it, but then he should have completed the process anyway, but still. Anyway, I kind of agree with the Kenny Pickett take. They got the Muth back involved, and we all know the flow chart when it comes to tight ends. Cardinals, play the tight end. So the Muth is going to get Luth. The stacking partners are easy. Pickens is still cheap. Deontay Johnson is still cheap. So, I mean, it allows you to fit everything else that you want to on this slate. It allows the Tyreek Hills, and it allows the whoever you want to play from the 49ers or anybody that you're circling. You might even be able to fit CMC even in a tough matchup. So, I'm not going to knock Dale on the Kenny Pickett take because I actually like it. Am I going to do it? Maybe. But it's there.
But last one, for $400 more, can I interest you in a Baker Mayfield to go along with Mike Evans? No?
Carolina, for whatever reason, makes a concentrated effort to stop the pass.
Yeah, man, they limited Dakota Prescott to 188, and he's on his MVP train tear. So ain't no way Baker Mayfield is hanging 303 on him. So nah, man, just stick to the running game where we're gonna go here in a second. I can't do the Baker Mayfield thing. The Baker Mayfield reminds me of Matt Stafford. Like he literally has no upside. Like Matt Stafford tossed 4 touchdown passes last week and was nowhere near being the optimal quarterback. The dude still sucked, and he threw 4 touchdown passes. Like Baker Mayfield is him. He's Matt Stafford. So I just can't do it. I'd rather do Kenny Pickett. At home against the freaking Cardinals. Oh, yeah. And everybody's going to be playing the running game, too, so it provides good leverage off of Jalen Warren and Najee Harris. Oh, yeah. No, Baker Mayfield, outside looking in. Kenny Pickett, inside looking out.
More as we go. I like it.
I'm just saying, man. I'm chock full of DFS knowledge. I really am. The thing is that, I'm not bad at fantasy. Players are bad at fantasy.
I'm not bad. You're bad.
Yeah, y'all's bad.
So any other QB takes before you head over to the running back position?
Nope. What about you, boss?
Hey, man, I got my list out. I'm good. Like I said, it's straightforward week. I got 5 guys, maybe 4. So we'll see. Chill, anything else that you find interesting on the slate?
In terms of the quarterback position, I mean,
don't try to convince yourself of something. Don't try to convince yourself.
No, I mean, I feel like
the best plays, Chill. We're trying to play the best plays.
I feel like I have to bring it up. Like, how cool is it that CJ Stroud is 8,100?
What a monster!
Like, he's $100 less than Jalen Hurts.
I wish he would have won that game last week. I wish they would have had their regular kicker. Would have probably won the game. A lot of penalty flags that should not have flown. And we could be talking about the offensive rookie of the year being the MVP of the league too. So, yeah. I mean, that would have been
well, unfortunately, I don't think he could have won MVP because they have too many losses. Like, if Philadelphia goes like 13-3 or 4, like, it would go to Hurts. It'll go to Dakota Prescott only because of the losses.
But hey, it still would have been a sweet story even for him to be in the conversation.
I still think he's in the conversation. I think he's probably like top 6.
I think he would have stamped it if he wins that division, which after that loss to the Jags, he won't. But no, hell, correct. They're still in the playoff hunt, and that schedule is pretty sexy. So
yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't think Jacksonville has too many hard games left either, but
yeah,
we will see.
Stroud, good man.
Yeah.
All right, well, running backs, let's go ahead and touch on it one time and just kind of move on. Cool. Are we good? Can I just say play Zach Moss and like be done with it?
It's good for me.
Okay, cool.
On the wide
no
receivers.
No JT, thumb injury. I don't care about the matchup. He's super cheap because no one was expecting this JT thumb injury to pop up. You have a free square. Just play it. Moving on. Okay? That's all the Zach Moss talk we need for today. We good? Everybody good? Okay. Let's talk about the other running backs on the slate. As I alluded to, you got the Steelers guys against the Cardinals at home. We saw what Kyron Williams did against them. The thing is with the Steelers backfield is that it's split. So you take Jalen Warren or you take Najee Harris and pray that one of them or both of them may or may not get there. So there's that split. You got Rashee Rice in the flow chart against the aforementioned Carolina Panthers. CMC is always CMC, regardless of matchup. He was in a tough matchup last week. The week before, did great. Did great the last week on Thanksgiving. Now he's get the Eagles on the road as 3-point favorites, by the way. Now, is that like indicative of how good the 49ers are, or are the Eagles just kind of sus?
I mean, this is Vegas saying that if San Francisco was at home, they would be touchdown favorites, right? Because you normally get 3 for being at home.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I mean, I think a little bit of it is that, and I think a little bit of it is like Philadelphia is winning. Jalen Hurts is balling out for sure, but like they've been down at halftime in all these games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, that's only sustainable with one quarterback, and he's in Kansas City.
Fair.
But also, like that Philadelphia pass defense is only better than like the Panthers, the Commanders, the Chargers, and then it's like Philly. Like it's gonna come back and get you.
Fair.
So I think that's potentially the reason why. I'm surprised you didn't mention, maybe I'll bring it up, the revenge game.
I was on the way. I just kind of cut myself off at CMC to like kind of mention, the game environment. But
What do
wait,
you have?
revenge game.
Yeah, there's running back in the revenge game.
Oh, wait. Talk about somebody else. Before I got to figure this out. Why do I not know this off the top of my head?
I got to figure it out.
Why do I not know this off the top of my head?
I mean, you gave.
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
Dale. I mean, Dale mentioned the quarterback on the other side. It's just not clicking up here.
Took me a second.
Oh, then there's two actually, but the other one really doesn't matter. Jamal Williams doesn't matter because he doesn't touch the ball anymore.
Bro, Jamal Williams, dude, totally forgot about that one. Do we get a sneaky Jamal Williams?
Stop it.
That team can't freaking score anyway. Derek Carr is so bad. So bad. Can we just get Jameis one time, please?
We did for a half.
I need him for an entire day. I need him for the entire day, man. Please, just one time for the one time. Please.
No, I mean, in terms of running back, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting, right? Like, I personally have no interest in CMC on the slate, especially playing on FanDuel. Philadelphia does not give a damn. You're not running on Philadelphia. Like, again, the way to beat them is through the air.
But CMC can get it done through the air, though.
That is true. But, like, I feel like that Philadelphia has the skill position players to match up with him. Not necessarily cornerbacks and safeties, but there are other skill position players. Like, again, I think if San Francisco is going to beat Philadelphia, it's going to be with Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, which could open up CMC, I guess. I just personally have no interest. I'd rather pay a couple extra $100 to get the guarantee that is Tyreek Hill.
I mean, that's a fact. But, I mean, I do want to mention that James Cook got there last week from a PPR standpoint against these same Eagles. So, I mean, there is a chance that CMC, who is millions of worlds better than James Cook, can get there. So, don't discount CMC. And because of the aforementioned Tyreek Hill, CMC could be pretty low owned in this spot.
I still have him at I have him at, on a Wednesday, he's at 21%.
Yeah, remember how bad our ownership projections were last week in the industry? Like, that was the worst projected ownership of like an entire slate across the industry, like ever. I just think people are getting either too caught in simulations, too caught in I don't know, Steam hype, X talk, all that type of shit. That's either steaming up one person when the obvious play should be straight up obvious and should be owned more than it is. I think when the cards flip over, you're going to see CMC at like 9% and be like, oh,
yeah, boy.
Got him. Yeah, boy. This is true. My bad. I've been sleeping on the soundboard. I apologize.
I mean, so the running backs I'll mention this week, again, if you're following the flow chart, Rashad White going up against the Carolina Panthers. We discussed off air. Carolina will do everything at all costs to stop the pass. You burn that team on the run. I think if you want to play either one of the Pittsburgh running backs with either Najee or Jaylen Warren, we saw this offense get cooking last week against the Bengals. We saw what this sorry Cardinals defense allowed to Kyren Williams. So again, I think that's okay. I think if you want to go back to Ramondre Stevenson at home against the Chargers, that's fine. Ramondre
the Chargers are so bad. And like how they even put up a fight against the Ravens, I'll never know. This is the same team that got cooked by the Packers and Jordan Love. And so did the Lions too. So I mean, I guess I should.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of the Lions, I mean, I saw one rookie running back torch this New Orleans defense. I could see another one doing it in Gibbs. I think that's a very intriguing play. Although this will be in New Orleans, I do believe. Um, again, and then man, I'll take a look at it. Like I don't hate Jerome Ford here.
Running against Aaron Donald in the middle.
Why does everybody love Jerome Ford?
I don't think
not there.
I don't love him, but I don't hate him in this matchup.
Like everybody mentions him and then accidentally plays him. Like this dude is like double his ownership what he actually should be every week. He's not good.
Well, I think Zach.
He's a guy. He's just
And then when
a
they
guy.
get down to the goal line, they use Kareem Hunt more than anything else, anyways.
I
These
think
are facts.
maybe he's a DraftKings play at that point because of the receptions. He'll get 3 receptions, 20 yards. He'll still get, he's getting like 15
Screen.
touches a game.
He's a floor play. Floor.
Correct.
Strictly floor. 11.9 DraftKings points back-to-back weeks. There's your floor and ceiling.
Right.
You need that 11.9. Jerome Ford's got you.
Right. And then again, James Conner going up against this, it's in the revenge game.
Revenge.
Again, the Pittsburgh defense hasn't been super great against the run. We know for whatever reason, James Conner, when healthy, gets an abundant workload in this offense, no matter who the coach is, apparently. So I don't hate that either.
All right. Dale, what you got at the RB position? Liking some of the takes that Chill had, or do you got somebody that we haven't mentioned?
I got 2 people you have not mentioned yet. But sticking with Chill said, the full chart of Rashad White. I personally, I'm just, this is a gut feeling. I really don't like the Steelers running backs this week.
Because I convinced you to play Kenny Pickett instead.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But if I play Kenny Pickett, you got to play Jalen Warren for the screen passes that he catches all fucking day long.
I mean, that's not the worst idea. Just like Chill mentioned with Gardner Minshew, just play Zach Moss with him. You're still fine. So if you want to play chalk and kind of get away from it, why not just throw Jalen Warren in with Kenny Pickett? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
It works. The Cardinals suck. Like, Chill, you know what this reminds me of? Chill? 2 weeks ago. When I said, you're going to play Jordan Love with me? You're going to play Jordan Love? Chargers suck. Play Jordan Love. Let's play some Jordan Love. Blah, 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 blah. You know who didn't play Jordan Love? This guy. You know who went off? Jordan Love. I'm doing it this week. I'm playing Kenny Pickett. Fuck that.
I played Jordan Love that week for you. Except in my lineup, I had him with I had Watson, who I think got a touchdown in that game. He didn't do bad. But I had Aaron Jones, who got hurt.
Oh, you should have just stuck with Jalen Reed, man.
But, I mean, it did get me on the bringback of Keenan Allen, who dropped an open touchdown, but caught one, but still dropped one.
That's that like every week. Anywho, Dale, who else did we not mention?
Since their pass defense is actually decent, going with the run with the Falcons, Bijan Robinson. Or if you want to get totally different than everybody else, like Chill's talking about, everybody going with the guarantee of Tyreek Hill, why not play the running game and Raheem must start?
I think every Dolphin is on the table against the Commies.
If you want to play Durham Smythe in your tight end spot, I don't care. Do it. Julian Hall, sure.
Send it.
Sure.
You want to
play Dolphin? Every Dolphin is on the table. Highest implied team total on the slate. That game is 50 total because of the Dolphins implied of 30. You want
to be like really big brain and play Salvin Ahmed? Sure. You want to play Robbie Chosen? Go for it.
First of all, Chosen got cut. Second of all, Ahmad is
Chosen
hurt.
got cut? When did he get cut?
Salvin Ahmad is on the IR, so it's Jeffrey Wilson Jr. So this is your team, and this is your team.
So you're telling me we're playing the brand.
I don't get updates.
Shit, is Braxton Berrios still there?
Yes, we got a brand sighting with the Braxton Berrios.
Actually, 2 members of the Dolphins are on the brand. Durham and Braxton Berrios. The brand is just sucked this year. Oh, my God.
Is he any cheaper? No, he's the same price. I was going to say, what about bum-ass Chase Claypool?
He doesn't play. It's centered around four guys: Tyreek, Waddle, Raheem, and whoever the backup running back is. Because Jeff Wilson got I think 70 total yards last game. So I mean, it's a possibility that he could be at least on DraftKings, certainly not on FanDuel, but DraftKings are kind of sneaky, cheap play. I mean, we got the cheap play in Zach Moss. I get it, but like, if you want a piece of this offense and you're not playing Tyreek Hill, or you are playing Tyreek Hill and you want more of the Dolphins offense, I don't mind Brother Raheem. I don't mind Wilson. I like every Dolphin.
If you want the 1% play on DraftKings, it's Jeff Wilson Jr.
Why is Braxton Berrios running 54% of the snaps?
Because he's the slot guy. They literally don't have anybody else to put out there.
Correct. If they had a legitimate another outside wide receiver, Jalen Waddle would go to the slot.
And he would dominate. Jalen Waddle would be a problem in the slot. But Tyreek Hill goes everywhere, so it doesn't really matter.
Tyreek Hill is like outside, slot, other outside, other slot, right in the backfield.
Backfield, yeah.
Right, in motion. The same motion play that, got Tank Dell's 64-yard catch nullified. And Tyreek Hill literally does that almost every play. But anyway, I digress. Last person I'll mention is that I don't think we harped on him enough is Kyren Williams. I mean, this dude gets all the toke. The only reason why Royce Freeman got toke last week is because they were, kicking the Cardinals' ass. So, I mean, over 200 yards rushing. Kyren Williams accounted for over, almost 200 yards himself, 2 touchdowns. It's like, that's their offense. And we'll get to wide receivers here in a second. I think Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are in spots where they could dominate. But at the same time, like this Browns team is never on offense. We're talking about a potential Joe Flacco-led team. The amount of 3-and-outs that this team is going to cause on the upcoming week is going to be ridiculous. So you're talking about a 20-plus touch guy. He's their red zone back. I mean, they love the run in the red zone. Kyren Williams dominated before he got injured. Then he comes back, dominates again. And it's like, now we're talking about maybe not playing him because everybody's going to see that big red 1 next to Cleveland. Listen, they gave up 2 rushing touchdowns last week to Let's Ride. So it's like they can be got. I mean, Jaylen Warren got them in a low-scoring game. I mean, this team can be had on the ground. So home running back, favored, gets all the tote. Kyren Williams should be at the top of your player pool, besides Zach Moss, of course, because you're gonna play Zach Moss, period. So,
yeah,
we safe to move on to our receiver. Dale, you got anything else for us?
Nope.
All right, so wide receiver. There's a certain cheetah on the slate, and he plays the commies.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna treat Tyreek Hill just like Zach Moss. If you can afford him, because of Zach Moss, now you can't afford him. You should probably play Tyreek Hill. I would rather lose with Tyreek Hill than lose without him or win without him. Because if anybody can put you to sleep on this slate, hell, not this slate, any week, it's Tyreek Hill. This dude has two. We're in week 13. 2 dud weeks. Everything else has been over 27 DraftKings points. Everything else. He's minus the Sun God. He's the most consistent wide receiver in the NFL. AJ Brown is like, whoa, bam. Straight in the shitter. He's been in the shitter the past 2 weeks.
Actually, I will give that to the Sun God and Keenan Allen.
Oh, yeah, Keenan Allen is 18 targets a game or whatever the hell it is. Well, if Keenan Allen could catch wide open touchdowns, he'd really be dominating.
Facts.
You know what's even crazier? On the season, Tyreek Hill's only logging 62% of snaps on offense.
Because he's always going 80 yards up damn field every play. The man needs to rest.
They are literally the AFC version of the Cowboys, where their guys aren't playing halfway through the third and fourth quarter.
This is true. They are a time where he is literally out of the game, like because they're done for the day.
Right. Like Tyreek Hill can absolutely get you 30 points and a half and not play.
He's done it in a quarter before, chill.
Oh yeah. I had a I had a Facebook memory of it was Tyreek Hill had gone for 60 against the Bucks.
Brother.
That's what you get right there.
I cannot tell you. Two times this year, I went over to my buddy Zach's house to watch football. Both times, the Dolphins were playing at 1 o'clock. Both times, I walked in to a Tyreek Hill long touchdown. Literally, both weeks, I didn't play him. And I was buried from the first series of the first quarter. You know what ain't happening this week? Tyreek Hill is not burying me. Tyreek Hill is finding his way onto rosters.
Yeah.
So y'all can get cute. Y'all can get cute and pivot to Jalen or to Jalen Waddle, or you can load up the old-fashioned Tua double and play both of them, or just like Chill mentioned earlier, you can play Sam Howell and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But again, you say Dolphin, I say go ahead. So enough of my, sucking off Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Dale, where are you going at wide receiver? Go ahead, Chill.
3 years ago today, Tyreek Hill, 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter, had 61.10 points. And on my dynasty team, I also had Pat Mahomes. So together, they had me at a cool 95 points before the rest of the team.
This dude scored an entire week with 2 people.
Yeah. This was back when Deshaun Watson was relevant. He had Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson went for 41.
Was that the Seahawks week?
No. Let's see.
Because that's one of those weeks where that sounds like the Seahawks Texans game.
No, I think this was the Thanksgiving slate where Deshaun beat Detroit. 41-25.
Yeah. Back when Deshaun Watson was relevant. Those were the days.
So you know what that sounds like, honestly? Him having 90 with 2 people in the third quarter. It sounds like when you're bowling that 110 average guy and he slaps front 6 and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck do you do? What do you do? Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, you know you're in bed. You know you're in bed. Period.
You pack that shit up and get ready for the game too.
That's it. You probably got total unlocked too. The handicap is ridiculous. It's like this man shot 200 and has a 308 handicap game. We're done.
Ding,
all
ding,
of
ding.
us. We're done. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's a good comparison to all our bowlers out there.
When I subbed for Sam last week, we had 3 guys shoot over 800 handicap against us.
Oh yeah, pack that shit up.
Oh yeah, we won 4. We won 4 points in a 30-point system. Pack it up.
Pack it up. But Dale, who you playing at wide receiver? If it's not, I mean, it is Tyreek Hill. But who else alongside Tyreek Hill are you playing this week?
Brandon Ayuk. I like it this week because we talked about how ass that Eagles secondary is, and we keep talking about it, but it's just always there. Keenan Allen. How many targets this guy get? Okay, put him in. They literally said on the broadcast last week, and Sam pointed it out because she has Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler on her roster, that they're like, he's struggling because he needs to throw the ball more to number 13 and number 30. It's like that's all he ever fucking throws to.
Well, it's because the other guys can't get open, so he's like, well.
unless you're a tight end on the goal line, because that's all he throws to on the goal line is fucking tight ends. Gerald Everett or Parham.
Well, Donald Parham's like 6'8". He's hard to miss.
Facts.
And yet
Everett got in the box last week, right?
Everett got in the box.
Everett got in the
Everett
box.
got in the box.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because everybody went towards Keenan Allen.
No shit. Just like Justin Herbert did. I'm pretty sure that was his first, second, and third read.
Facts.
Hope. Nope. Hope. Nope. Hope. Nope.
I'm sure that's how the play went because I don't watch Chargers games, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. But yeah, no, Keenan Allen's definitely a solid play. If you can jam in Tyreek Hill and Keenan Allen somehow, then great. You obviously got a very solid floor. Like, dude,
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett will make it work, dog. But yeah, who else? Who else you got?
Darling Pickett.
Run a play. Computer blue. Darling Pickett. I am not on your team, man.
No, taking a look at wide receiver this week. Yeah, if you want to play Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, obviously both of these guys are in plus matchups. Both wide receivers got there last week against the Jets.
We did.
Again, they're coming off of what you would call the mini bye. Same thing with the Commanders wide receivers. If you want to bring it back with McLaurin, Samuel, Dotson, I think either one of the three are fine. We do know that Washington, Sam Howell's going to attempt at least 30 to 40 passes a game. Again, this Dolphins defense it's not bad, but it's not great either. Again, they're still kind of coming into form here as the season kind of winds down. Taking a look here, we do have Michael Pittman Jr. against the Tennessee Titans. We know Gardner Minshew basically goes to three guys at this point. He's basically discount Justin Herbert. He's going to try to get to Pittman Downs against the pass funnel that is still the Tennessee defense. I think that's fine. Whoever you want to play as a 49ers wide receiver, you want to spin the roulette, you want to play Ayuk, Debo. I think either one of those is fine. Philadelphia's secondary is literally only better than Washington, Carolina's, Chargers, and Washington's. Again, it's not a very good secondary. They'll be, we saw Dak Prescott, beat up on these boys. If it wasn't for him stepping out of bounds, they'd be leading the division. So again, Brock Purdy does have the full cast of Avengers with him. I think if you want to go down in price and you want to look at these Broncos wide receivers against Houston, Houston is susceptible through the air. I think if you want to put a bullet in the chamber on one of these Pittsburgh guys, whether it be Deontay Johnson or George Pickens, I think it's fine. I could see Deontay Johnson's going to have some ownership here. So if you want to go down to Pickens based on an ownership standpoint, I think it's fine. Both of them are cheap. And that's really cheap against this sorry defense that is the Cardinals. The Houston guys kind of scare me a little bit because I don't know where Pat Surtain is going. I don't know who he's covering, but they're getting taken out of the game. It doesn't really matter, whether that be Nico, whether that be Tank Dell. I don't really know. And this is for me will purely be a FanDuel play, but Cooper Kupp is really cheap on FanDuel. He's insanely cheap. I don't really care about that big red one in front of the Browns name. If you're giving me Cooper Kupp at 7,100, yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Isn't that a Call of Duty title?
Big red one.
Isn't that Call of Duty 2?
Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. Oh, it is Medal of Honor. Yeah,
Medal of Honor.
One.
Big red one.
I was trying to think. I'm like, Big Red One is certainly a video game.
It's an FPS. Yeah, I knew it was an FPS, but I thought it was Call of Duty. But yeah, Medal of Honor. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, and then again, so the corner for San Fran, Ward, did a really good job last year of shutting down AJ Brown. I don't know if you're a cornerbacks matchup type of guy, but it might be the move to go back to Devonta Smith. Because Ward did do a really good job last year on AJ Brown. But the way to beat San Francisco would be through the air, not as much through the run. So
you ain't running on them.
No. Again, I know I named off quite a few guys here. If Amari Cooper sits, just play Elijah Moore.
No.
If it's Joe Flacco, play Elijah Moore.
With that Jets connection.
Bro, the old shower narrative? The old team shower narrative?
I mean, it's a thing, right?
It is a thing. I don't care what anybody says. It is a thing. Just like James Conner scoring this week. I don't care. Somehow, some way, he's extracting revenge.
His revenge is him Oh no, never mind. That's mean. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, reconsider whatever you're about to say. Don't do it.
I'll put it in the chat, but it's mean.
You could just tell us off air.
Yeah, you can tell us off air.
I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Oh, also, I missed D Hop. I do like me some D Hop this week.
Are we just gonna bypass that the Sun God is on the slate?
That's
He's
a weird.
The Marshawn Lattimore.
I don't even care that it's
Is he
Marshawn
playing?
Lattimore.
Is he playing? He didn't play last week.
Didn't know he was injured.
I don't even care that it's Marshawn Lattimore. That's just. It's a really interesting game, truthfully. Like.
Yeah, he played.
That game is intriguing to me. Like, could it have shootout potential? Sure. Could Detroit just run all day on them? Sure.
That's. Mm-hmm.
I mean, New Orleans has got a good run defense. Again, like, I'm not knocking the Sun God. I won't say don't play the Sun God.
Just saying.
But the other part of me says, pay $500 more and get the sure thing of Keenan Allen.
That's fair.
But it could be that could be an ownership move, right? If Keenan has that much more ownership than the Sun God, go down to the Sun God.
That's facts. I mean, something we should mention real quick is that the New Orleans Saints have no healthy wide receivers. So like A.T. Perry.
Is that why A.T. Perry is popping up on my list? And I was like, who's that?
Yeah. Rashid Shaheed's hurt. Chris Olave still in concussion protocol. So I mean, I'm not playing him. I'd rather play Taysom Hill.
Should we have mentioned Alvin Kamara then? Is Alvin Kamara getting 20 receptions?
I mean, yes.
For 8 yards?
Yes, he's getting 25 receptions. Dale, did we miss anybody before you head over to tight end, which I don't want to talk about?
What about the old Greg Dortch?
It depends on if Michael Wilson is healthy.
I'd rather play Demario Douglas.
Isn't Demario Douglas hurt?
No.
I thought he was hurt.
No.
He's still on my list. He's still on my list. He's still on my list. I won't say you're wrong. But he's still on the list.
Yeah, like I said, a guy like Greg Dortch who hits people with a too small freaking celebration when they're down 800 points.
Bro, right.
Yeah, I can get behind him. I can get behind him a little bit.
He's still in concussion protocol.
DeMario?
Yep.
Yeah, he ain't playing. You can forget that. So let's slide over to tight end real quick. As we've alluded to, the Muth getting loose against the Cardinals.
I got nobody else.
Dude, you can always play Trey McBrizzle. I mean, that's always the thing.
You can play Juwan Johnson, who's coming in as the highest projected ownership tight end.
First of all, right, no one takes away targets from Taysom Hill. Nobody.
When there's no other wide receivers left, he's wide receiver 2.
I know. This is true. This is true. That just makes Taysom Hill a better play. I don't freaking care.
Right.
But as long as Derek Carr is the quarterback, who cares who's that receiver or tight end? That dude stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Anybody want to pay up for Sam Laporta this week against New Orleans?
No.
I mean, I won't knock Sam Laporta. He certainly can get there. I'm not gonna knock it.
Why?
I mean, I don't mind George Kittle. I think if I'm paying up, it's for Kittle.
Ew.
I just like Sam Laporta is a beast, man. Like he is amazing. He's absolutely incredible. I can tell you who's going to be overly owned and he shouldn't be is Logan Thomas.
I could believe
Gummies.
I think people are going to find a way to be like, I need to play a commander because I'm playing Dolphins and it just fills the tight end spot. Logan Thomas is, cheap and he's in the game. Like that dude stinks.
You just play Chig and call it a day.
You know who else stinks? Chiga Okonkwo. That guy sucks.
No, he doesn't.
He was second on team targets.
Chill. Count how many games he has over 10 DraftKings points. Go ahead. I'll wait.
That's a lot of research.
It's not really, because the answer is 0,
You
not
play.
fucking
Is
1.
that, are we talking this year, forever?
I'm talking this season.
That man's
Chicago
high.
stinks, dude.
This man produced his highest game total last week with 8.5 on the season.
And then the other person I'll mention who can't catch the football, but it'd be
No.
David Njoku.
Oh
He
God!
can't catch.
But I mean, he's a good value this week.
I'm gonna throw one name besides Pat Fryermuth in there, and it's only because he is playing the statistically worst team against tight ends, and that would be K. Otten against the Panthers.
No.
I want to get behind a guy like Cade Otton, but like, I don't think I want any part of that game if it's not cha white. So I think I'm just sticking with the Muth, man. The Muth is about to get Luth
I played
again.
I chalked the Muth last week, at least on DraftKings. Not on FanDuel, but on DraftKings, I chalked them. I'm like, bro's 2,900.
Like I said, man, last week I played that guy award.
Tyler Higbee.
My 0.3% owned Tyler Higbee.
Ding 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 ding.
Good for
I don't
you.
even know, like, because I was playing so many Cardinals, like, because they were cheap, so I was playing like Dortch, and I was like, you know what? I need some correlation. No, Sully, don't play Kyron Williams. No, play freaking this loser, and then this loser goes off. But Kyron Williams was their play, so whatever. Anyway, you want to play some Tyler Higbee? Go ahead. I don't care. Tight end's always a dumpster fire, but I think there's some solid options this week. Not slate breaking options, but solid options.
I mean, I guess if you want to get maybe a little bit sneaky, you could go back to the Dalton Schultz. Well, if he's not hurt, I think some people were like, he was almost outsnapped and paced by Brevin Jordan because he didn't play in the fourth.
Dr. Schultz is always on the table.
He didn't play in the fourth quarter, but I think it's definitely worth a look.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. Dale, I'm pretty sure we didn't miss anybody because you only had like 2 guys.
Yeah, nope.
All right, then we can slide over to defenses. The Rams.
The Steelers. They have an interception in 8 straight games. Steelers.
Chili.
Are the Jets on the main slate?
The answer is yes.
Are they still starting Tim Boyle?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, play the Falcons. I mean, like, if you want to sit there and be like, oh, okay, the Falcons are going to be the chalk defense, cool, no problem. Play the Bucks. They're at home playing the Panthers.
Chili. On FanDuel, would you rather play $4,700 Falcons defense going against Tim Boyle, or would you rather play $3,700 defense against Joe Flacco?
Well, listen, on FanDuel, we know where to go. It's going to be the Rams. I'm not knocking the Rams, but this is a DK show.
I mean, we dabble in both. I mean, I know the listeners primarily play on DraftKings for some strange reason. I don't know why. Money prints the same exact way over here on FanDuel, but hey, who am I?
Listen, if you want to play the Browns defense at 3,100, Stafford will throw you some picks. I'm not knocking it. I don't think I'm playing it.
Nope.
The big galaxy brain play would be like the Cardinals defense, right? Against Kenny Pickett.
No, the galaxy brain play would be the 49ers against the Hurt Business. Because the 49ers are a good-ass defense.
Or let's be real. The galaxy brain is the Jets defense against the Riddler.
Dude, the Riddler is so
bad.
It's almost becoming cliche here at the deli that I just mentioned people that are so bad. But I mean, the people that we say are truly just
Who throws the ball
bad
to the other team?
He does.
What about the Patriots defense facing
No.
the Chargers?
No.
That's big brain right there. I don't think I can pull that. I'd rather play the 49ers.
I just want to let you know I've had my bold take lined up since the beginning of this show, just so you know. No waiting on me this week for my bold take of the week.
Is it Kenny Pickett related?
Nope. Nope.
So, do we miss any defenses before we jump into the bold takes for the week? Oh, we're going to fire him up. And before we fire up the bold takes, of course, go ahead, Joe. What's up?
If you want to play the Titans or the Colts defense, maybe? Question mark?
Nah, we nailed it, bro. Jets, Falcons, Rams, maybe the Browns. Big brain, galaxy brain, 49ers. Mid-sized brain, Steelers. Just saying.
Fair.
And again, before we hit you with the bold takes, go ahead and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button wherever you're listening to this podcast on, either on the YouTube streets or the iTunes streets. Just leave a rating, leave a comment, engage. If you think this guy doesn't stink and we dogged your favorite player or something like that, call me out. I don't care. It's on you, man. Any way to engage. But bold take. Dale, you already had it lined up. What's the bold take for week 13 on a late Wednesday night? What we got bold?
Get ready to hit your soundboard. This is going to be having you hitting a lot of buttons on your soundboard.
Okay. I will have something lined up for you.
HTTC. Hail to the Commanders. And the Commanders will knock off the Dolphins this week with a last-second field goal. Book it, send it all the way home.
What did he say? Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it.
Chili,
hold on.
Can you get bolder than that?
Oh, my bold take goes against that, but you know what? You hit your bold take. I'll let the host of the show. You're gonna go second. I just want to take a look at something on the old phone.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. I am gonna go against my will because as a Browns fan and supporter, I don't want to put anything on the Pittsburgh Steelers in a positive way, but just the ultimate FU to Matt Canada. I think this is finally the week that people have been saying since he's been playing that Kenny Pickett is going to win somebody $1 million one day. This is the week. Week 13.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett will be the optimal quarterback in the Millie-making winner lineup. Kenny Pickett, 303. A little bit on the ground as well. Book it.
How about
Because
two
the
in the air,
Cardinals
one on the ground?
They're ass. So, Kenny Pickett. QB optimal. Not QB1. QB optimal. There you go.
Now, Dale, the money line for the Commanders
boss.
is plus 360.
I'm in.
If you believe in your conviction, maybe you should throw a nice 5 on it.
Nah, man, we don't throw 5s. We throw hot 10s on everything. You got to throw that hot 10 on the money now.
By the way, your girl owes me a hot 10. I threw it on the Justin Fields anytime touchdown. I was ready to ride the train. All right? Like, you let her know that she owes me a hot 10. I believe in it. I believe in it.
Hey, man, she was 2 for 2, bro. She was 2 for 2.
So, I mean,
I was riding the hot hand, bro. I'm
going to channel our inner deli mate who's not with us, Baker. I'm going to hit you with a Baker bold take. Tyreek Hill.
Oh, boy.
He's going to have 10 receptions. He's going to go for over 250. And 3 of them things. It's blurry.
He's got I think he's got a hot 10 booked on the money line.
High five.
Oh, high five. You threw a high five on it.
Hold on.
All right,
Ding.
he's got it. He believes. Well, I believe in all the listeners tonight on the Deli. again, if you made it all the way to week 13, you're one of the grinders. You're one of the people that have made it for the long haul. Your yearly teams are all set. You're ready to make some bank in DFS, just like the rest of us here at the DFS Deli. So I'm going to go ahead and close up the shop for tonight for Baker off working. Again, congratulations to our buddy Dejan for the engagement, for Dale, for Chill. This has been.
Hold on.
Oh, God. That's my intro.
I know. I'm sorry, but I just threw a hot 10 on Tyreek Hill scoring 3+ touchdowns.
What's the odds?
Plus 2,500. I threw a nice 10 on it.
Money.